Welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muttuminal R, Assistant Professor from the Department of Agricultural Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today we'll see the topic on Introduction to Gravity Dams and Forces Acting on Them that comes under the unit Stability Analysis of Gravity Dams for the students of second year 4th semester under the subject Strength of Materials for Agricultural Engineering. Before going into the session, let me have a small recap what we have seen at the previous lecture series. We have seen what is stress, what will happen while identifying stress, and what is the major sources of stress. Here, you have to know why we have set foot at the base of GN's gravity dams, because it is a massive structure that is capable of holding back rivers, control floods, and also it commands the nature with stiffness. That means there is a real question here. You all have to know what keeps them standing. Okay, let's find out. Shall we? Okay, as you guys can see here, this is the basic thing where we fall upon. The dam is nothing but a structure that collects the water, that releases the water, that also generates energy with the help of the water flow that happens in it. So anyway, these kinds of GN structures are interrelated in these four categories. That means it will be helpful for us to generate the hydroelectric power, and also it will be helpful for us to store them, make them to release whenever it is necessary, and also to regulate its flow. Also, whenever there is going to be a centrifugal force, or whenever there is going to be any kind of dynamic load that has been caused due to the flood, everything will be made still with the help of command nature. So this is how these kinds of dams play a major role. Initially, we all have to know that what is a gravity dam. Here at the first image I have shown you a man sitting at a beach where an enormous waves comes towards him, and he sits at the same place. Am I right? So that means that it is nothing but where a big lazy man at the beach, the waves crash in, the wind blows hard, but he doesn't move because he is just that heavy. So it is not capable for the wave to pull him away. That is how the gravity dam is also. Gravity dam is exactly what it sounds like, a dam that depends solely on its own weight and, yes, just its mass to resist the push of water. No cable, no reinforcement tugging it back. That means it's sheerly bulk. So this is how the gravity dams plays a major role. It uses its own weight and it uses its own gravity for its own stability. Most gravity dams are made of concrete or masonry, which is built to last like ancient temples carved from mountains. I hope everyone would have went and seen Kalanai Dam. Am I right? So Kalanai Dam is nothing but it is located under our area. We all have been studying it under the Tamil Kavyams, where they will say that Kalanai has been built with a very big masonry structure and it is capable of holding any kinds of floods. So that structure has been done with the help of an earthen material, and it is the very first dam that is capable of holding all the forces that happens over it. So this is how the gravity dams behave. So the next one that you have to know is how the water pressure acts or what it's made of. It is usually made of masonry and also concrete. Masonry is the one which has been used in previous decades, that is at the older dams or where the concrete is not readily available. These kinds of masonry structures have been built. So this is what I have mentioned you. It is a very good example for the masonry dams. And the next one is concrete made dams, which is strong, dense, and durable, and the material suitable for modern dam constructions. This is how these kinds of dams are made of. The most probably the forces acting on a gravity dam. Yes, this is where the stability of the dam plays a major role. The main ultimate goal of that force is to manage them and also to resist the forces that is going to happen due to the action of water. So here the initial one which we have to take into consideration is water pressure. This pressure usually acts horizontally and increases with depth, and the deep water pushes harder than the shallow water. It tries to shove the dam downstream and creating both sliding and overturning forces. Here the most fun fact here what we have to note is the pressure acts like a triangular force. Zero at the top, maximum at the bottom, and a quiet show that gets stronger and deeper it goes. This is how the water pressure at the gravity dam acts. The next one that we have to know is self weight. So the self weight is nothing but the original weight of the material that is used. So our dam isn't just standing there clueless. Its own massive weight presses down into the earth, counting the water's push. So that means this self weight is what provides sliding resistance and stabilizes the structure. It's like playing your feet deep in the mud during a storm and you are not moving. This is how the self weight acts. The next one that we have to know is uplift pressure. The uplift pressure, what it is an upward force from the water seepage. But wait, where the waters are very sneaky. It doesn't just push from the front, it tries to sneak underneath the dam, lifting it like a lever. So this is called an uplift pressure, and it can reduce the effective weight of the dam, and also it controls the uplift and can it gets weakened stability and cause the dam to literally float upward. This is how it is. So what we have to do here in the sense, we have to create some drainage galleries and grouting exits to let the water escape before it gets into trouble. So this is how we can support these kinds of forces. And the next one that we have to know is external forces, that is additional pressures like wind or earthquakes. So but these forces don't stop there. During an earthquake, the dam faces a violent shake, right? Wherever we are going to face an earthquake, what we will feel some vibrations, and from the ground and the water. Imagine trying to stand firm while both your shoes and your backpack start dancing. What will happen? It is not possible for me to stand correct. So that's how here it is. And over time, the reverse deposit silt which builds up behind the dam, adding extra pressure like a surprise guest at the back of the line. So these are considered in advanced design checks, especially in seismic zones or old silt heavy rivers. This is how these kinds of forces acts on. Okay, so the philosophical wrap up is nothing but what I am saying to say is gravity dam stands tall, okay, not by gadgets or by gimmicks, but by simple stubborn physics. Okay, it takes on water pressure, it takes on seepage, it takes on weight, and even the earthquakes, just by being massive and well designed. Stay tuned, because in the next video we'll see how this heavy weight resists sliding without breaking sweat. Okay, so this is what I have prepared for today's class. See you at the next class. Thank you.